Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Byronic, and today I'm here to talk about H1Z1. Now, if you follow my channel, you know I like me some survival games, but I'll be quite frank, I haven't been this excited for a game in this genre for a long time. Why, you say? Well, that's the point of this video. I'm going to go over the top 5 reasons why I'm excited for H1Z1 and perhaps convince you to join me as well. Now let's get started. Number 1. H1Z1 is an MMO. As stated by John Smedley, president of SOE, H1Z1 is a persistent MMO that can hold thousands of players on dedicated servers. This means a few things. First, it means that the scale of this game is massive. Take any survival game you're familiar with and inject thousands of players into your world. If you want an example, look at PlanetSide 2. That game was built by SOE to let players fight in epic scale battles, something that other modern FPS games severely lack except for a small handful. The second important thing to take away from that quote is that what you do server-side is persistent. This means that everything you build in the world will remain in the world until it's either destroyed by another player or zombie. For example, if you spend 3 hours building a personal fortress to defend against other survivors, then log off for the night, the next day might mean that your fortress is still standing, taken over by a group of hostile survivors, or completely leveled by a horde of zombies. Now, SOE has been clear that they are working on methods to keep servers from being too cluttered with abandoned bases, but they aren't ready to talk about those methods just yet. Number 2. Crafting. Crafting was and will always be a staple of the survival genre, and SOE is not planning on letting you crafters out there be disappointed. As it stands now, there are over 100 craftable items in-game, most of which you'll have to discover through their discovery system. Now here's how it works. When you first load into the game, you will have an inventory and an area to craft specific items. However, you won't have any recipes yet. To discover new recipes, simply add items to the crafting window and you will automatically learn new recipes as long as you put the right combinations of materials in. For example, if you want to craft a simple bow, add wooden sticks and cloth scraps to the window and now you've learned the recipe. Once you've done it a single time, you will always have the recipe even if you die as long as your character remains on that server. If you're looking to be self-sufficient by building a dew collector, or perhaps you want to go hunting and need a bow and arrow, H1Z1 crafting is for you. If you want a full list of currently known craftable items, check the description below for the link. Number 3. Airdrops. 2 months ago, John Smedley stated that players will be able to purchase airdrops which contain survival supplies including food, water, and other goodies. Now, when players purchase these airdrops, they will spawn in at random locations and it's made obvious to all players in the area. It becomes a mad rush for supplies as players fight zombies and other players for the prize. Now this is huge. Not only do you have the PvP you expect in survival games, but SOE is going out of their way to incentivize PvP with a carrot on a stick. Do you try and approach that airdrop on your own? Would you trust another player to move in together and split the reward? Based on my experience in survival games, I wouldn't trust a single goddamn player. Games like DayZ have made me incredibly jaded on who's friendly and who isn't, so I'm most likely going to stick with roaming around with my friends and actually seeing if we can take the airdrops together. Number 4. PvP. I have a challenge for you guys. You name me one zombie, post-apocalyptic movie or book that doesn't involve man against man violence. No, not a Harry Potter fanfiction that involves zombies, but a legitimate story. I bet you can't. PvP, or player versus player, is essential to the survival game experience. Pitting your wits and skill against the remaining survivors for supplies and control over key points of interest is just part of the game. Well, in H1Z1, you can do just that. Craft a bow, find your way to a military base, equip yourself with an M16 and some grenades, and you're ready to go. Don't feel like using guns? Fine. SOE has implemented a combo system within the game where if you melee somebody consecutively at the right time, you will follow up with another quicker attack. Likewise, if you plan on taking someone out quickly, you should also know that players have vulnerable spots such as their head, so aim for the noggin. Finally, reason number 5. Player Studio. Player Studio is a utility shared across multiple SOE games that allows players to create and design 100% unique items and sell them on the SOE marketplace for station cash. To help you understand, think of it like this. As a player in H1Z1, I might have a really cool idea for a fixed base design. I have a perfect defensive structure to protect myself against zombies and other players, but I also want to share that design with others. Player Studio gives you that option. By offering up your design, other players could pay real cash that is split between the player and SOE for that design. And as a side note, the previous example was hypothetical. We know little to nothing about Player Studio within H1Z1, though it has been adopted in other games like EverQuest and EverQuest Landmark. Actually, back in April of this year, during an episode of Game Talk Live, SOE President John Smedley announced that a single user had earned more than $100,000 by creating and selling assets within the Player Studio. For you talented people out there, all I can say is good luck. Alright folks, that's it. Those 5 reasons, for me, are the main reasons why I'm looking forward to H1Z1. Things like PvP may not be for all of us, but with options like crafting, persistent bases, and Player Studio, there is more than enough content to go around. That being said, I'm curious why you are interested in H1Z1. Go ahead and post in the comments below what you are looking forward to most. Thanks everyone for watching, and if you're looking for more H1Z1 content in the future, hit that subscribe button and I'll catch you next time. My name is Byronic, that is it.